So, onigiri. They're triangular rice balls, often filled with stuff, super tasty. Let's try and make them at home. So let's start by going back in time to earlier today when I bought these ingredients. There's going to be so many different types of rice in the supermarket, from jade to basmati to brown rice, the whole shebang if you're in a big enough supermarket. But what you really want is sushi rice, like this. I mean, at a pinch you can use pudding rice, since technically they are both short grain rice, but ideally you want to get the proper stuff. Let's get rolling. Okay, and now we've got all of our goods for this recipe. It's back to you in the studio, future Raffles. For filling these onigiri, we're going to try 3 different types of filling. First of all, we've got some firm tofu here that we're going to saute with some ginger and black beans in a delicious sauce. Next, you want seaweed, ideally wakame seaweed, but in a pinch you can use green beans, since they're both green and your mum probably says you should eat more of them. And then thirdly, we're going to use tuna. That's better. The freshest tuna you can get your hands on, but again, don't worry if you're using canned stuff. We can work our way around it. And so for our first filling, we're going to get a large non-stick pan, add in a good glug of sesame oil, set the pan to medium heat, or 7 out of 9 on my burner, add in all of our green beans, about 1.5 cups worth, crack in 2 cloves of garlic using a garlic crusher, add in some salt to taste, and then keep stirring until it goes from this to this. For filling number 2, we're going to get a now clean pan, add in a good glug of vegetable oil, and put in all of our chopped tofu. I'm using 1 block of firm tofu, or 250 grams. Stir that around for a minute or so, and then add in our definitely homemade soy and ginger sauce. Whole little pot goes in, and we keep stirring that around till it's delicious, crispy, and you keep snacking on it before it's actually time to fill your onigiri. And once your tofu is all cooked, we're going to store it in our adorable little pumpkin bowl that your older brother convinced you to buy, which is a great addition to the kitchen, and thanks again, Freddie. For filling number 3, our tuna filling, we're going to start by getting 2 nice cans of tuna emptied and drained into a small bowl. Follow that up with a tablespoon or 2 of mayo, ideally Japanese spicy mayo, but any mayo will actually work here. Follow that up with a squidge of sriracha or chili oil, or anything for a bit of a spicy kick, really. Then it's time for a good shake of sesame seeds. I'm using a nice mix of black and white ones here. Don't forget a little bit of freshly ground pepper and salt too. Want to season it to taste, of course. Make sure to store everything in the fridge as well. Don't want anything going off while you're waiting for the rice to cook or something. So to make perfect sushi rice, there's only really one way to do it, and that's with a rice cooker. Sadly, I don't have the ultra fancy Zojirushi one yet, but hey, if you ever want to sponsor me for a video, here's my sort of businessy address. In the meantime though, let's get cracking. And so into the base of our rice cooker pot, we're going to pop in all of our nice sushi grade rice, add in water, swish it around, and repeat this 3 times until the water runs clear. It's a bit tedious, but it's absolutely worth it for that perfect sushi rice texture. And then pop it into your rice cooker, add the lid, press the go button, and that's it. So the rice is all done now. The next step is take it out of the rice basket. And then we're going to get our rice wine vinegar, give it a little bit of a drizzle, and then with our special rice spoonie thing, going to very, very gently fluff it up, taking care not to break any of the grains. Not too bad, but actually looks like sushi rice. Tastes like sushi rice too. Maybe a bit more vinegar. Okay, so our rice is Okay, so our rice is now cool enough to handle. For the shaping part of this video, I brought in a very special guest, Tilly, one of my oldest friends and first subscribers.
Thanks for having me, Raffles. Looking forward to doing this. Nice to meet you guys, and yeah, looking forward to it. Do I have to pretend your food actually tastes any good? Okay, cool.
So to shape your onigiri, it's much easier to have all of your stations ready to go. So that's all our fillings, a bowl of water, and our bowl of rice. You want to start by wetting your hands, patting out a little patty of rice, adding your fillings, and then smushing it all together into a lovely triangle shape. And yes, that is so much harder to do in person than when you're describing it over the voice recorder. So I'll link in the below some videos of actual professionals doing it, so you can really learn how to make onigiri. And to liven up your evening, it's worth having your housemate find the fact she's just cracked a double yolk egg.
This egg had 2 yolks!
Oh,
No way!
Yeah!
I've never seen that before.
well, that's exciting.
What? Can I show this on the camera? She cracked 2 eggs and 3 came out.
But most importantly, how did it actually turn out? So we've got a few pretty decent pretty ones here, and then the rest of it sort of ends up eaten poke bowl style. Still delicious.
Yeah, I would say your fillings are really, really tasty. Definitely we could work on the triangle shape, that was difficult to get, but we will have next time.
Any pro Japanese chef YouTubers know how to do it? Hit me up, boys. See you next week.
Bye.
And of course, you know what they say, no successful sushi making evening is ever complete without some fresh melon for pudding. And thanks again, Tilly, couldn't have done it without your help.